guys, it is Travis, and we are back with another recap of the Real Housewives of Atlanta, Season 12, Episode 7. Listen, you guys, this episode was juicy, and of course, it was all about one particular person, but we're going to talk about that in just a moment. As you guys saw, the episode did open up with Cynthia at her house at Lake Bailey, and you see Kenya with her long wig and her ponytail, and she knocking at the door, and then you see Cynthia, she coming in there, letting her in, and she's just talking about, you got a band out there, and then here come Kenya, she said, come on in, all that type of stuff, a little fun shade. But the purpose of Kenya coming over to Cynthia's house is to help Cynthia prepare room for her new fiance, Mr. Mike. I guess he's supposed to be moving in, child, and she are preparing closet space. But as you see, she don't really have enough space to really accommodate him. So, Kenya's there trying to help because, Kenya has a nice organized closet, no shade to Cynthia, but she has a nice organized closet, and Cynthia aspires to have that. As you can see, she don't turn a whole bedroom, child, into an entire closet with a closet in there. So, Cynthia, you can donate some of that stuff to Goodwill. You don't need all them clothes and whatever you want to say, but they ain't none of my business. But I also do think that, now, y'all correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm just saying what the people been saying. But Cynthia, you are rushing into this a little too quick. And I see why you and Kenya may be good friends, because she rushed into the marriage with her husband, now married / baby father. And before 3 months later, she got engaged and pregnant and married and all that stuff. And I don't know if Cynthia got inspired from Kenya to do the same thing, but you can see that she did the exact same thing, and now she's trying to rush into a marriage and child. Who knows? She may have another baby. We don't know, but that's neither here nor there. But I am happy for Cynthia. She finally found some love, and hopefully her new man don't do like her old man did her from the past. So that's neither here or there. But you also see the next scene. So Candy and Todd, as you guys know, they do have a blended family. So Candy and Todd both had daughters before coming together and having baby Ace, well, now toddler Ace, and then also baby Blaze. And you can see in this particular scene, Todd and his daughter, they still having some issues and all that stuff. And Candy, I think she's having trouble on trying to figure out where can she put her foot down at, or how can she migrate into the relationship with her stepdaughter and her relationship with Todd without overstepping him, because technically that is his child and not Candy's child. She's just a stepmom. So you see she's trying to navigate through that and try to support her stepdaughter the best way she can. Now, in that scene as well, you can tell Candy, she's kind of worried if Todd is going to have that issue with baby Blaze, as far as making sure that she's responsible and things of that sort. But you can tell she's trying to figure out, like, okay, if he's acting like that towards his daughter, and even Riley, Riley had a little problem with Todd too. She's just trying to figure out if baby Blaze is also going to have to deal with the same thing, how Todd is treating Riley and his daughter. But child, we'll see on that one. So the next scene, you see Marlo and her blonde wig. I'm not for sure if the wig came from her line or not, but she did look nice in the blonde wig, and she pulled up on here in that buggy, and you see Portia coming out there with her big booty and wig and toe, and they supposed to be exercising, so they in exercise clothes. Well, at least Portia was in exercise clothes, and Marlo's coming out there with her sequins on, her lipstick, and her blonde wig, and they supposed to be exercising, but you see they on the pedals, and they have the hookah, and they also have alcohol. Now, how in the world, Marlo, you supposed to be exercising, and you got the hookah and the alcohol going? I don't understand that. You're supposed to be exercising. When I'm having my hookah and I'm having my alcohol, I ain't worried about trying to exercise. I'm out of breath. Period. I'm out of breath. That's too much work. But you see that pedaling down Atlanta, and before you know it, they done ran into Gary from Dish Nation, and his rental car and his tight shirt, and Portia like, hey, Gary, and all that stuff. And, so they had a little moment and all this stuff, but that's a lot of work to be smoking hookah, drinking alcohol, Henny at that. That's that dark liquor. Henny at that. Dark liquor. And you're trying to pedal that bike, that's just too much work. Now, Marlo, either you're going to drink and smoke, or you're going to take a break and do exercise. You got to do one. You can't do all at one time. That's too much work. I'm just saying. That's neither here nor there. Now, in the next scene, so you see Nene has really been on a spiritual journey. She's really trying to get her peace. She's trying to get her happy back. And you guys see that she's actually at her home, and her spiritual life coach, Tamara, she's coming over to talk to Nene, just kind of give her advice and try to get her back on a spiritual path, and also for her because Nene just want to change and become a better woman. So you can see they're having a good conversation. Tamara, she's giving her feedback and just trying to get Nene some tools to kind of move forward with the girls. Nene does notice that they do have a sisterhood, so she's just trying to figure out how can she get that back on path. And I gotta admit, Nene hasn't really been with the drama per se this season so far. But you can tell she really wants to be really, really close to the girls and really just build that sisterhood back. So, Tamara's giving her advice about that, and we're just going to see where her spiritual journey goes. At this point, Greg is cancer free, and that was a lot for her to deal with. And then trying to lean on the the rest of the cast, and just trying to figure out where that's going to go. So we'll see what that goes. However, even though she's trying to stay away from drama, it seems like drama still follows Nene. Now, what I don't appreciate, and I know y'all ring me up every week, and y'all try to cut my throat and all that stuff, but I gotta be honest. Eva, you need to mind your business. And I'm pointing my finger at you, Eva. You need to mind your business. You don't really have a problem with Nene. Cynthia has the problem with Nene. Portia has the problem with Nene. Eva, what is your problem? Why do you have a hard on for Nene? I'm just saying, people. We just gonna be honest. Why do you have a hard on for Nene? Cynthia has the problem with Nene. So you over there trying to say all this stuff about Nene when y'all meeting up and all that stuff when you and your husband and Mike and Cynthia meeting up at the bowling alley or whatever little lounge there was at. Y'all had so much to say about Nene and Eva. Why? This ain't got nothing to do with you. You need to mind your God business. Period. You mind your business. And then Cynthia, okay, so this is another part, y'all. Y'all know we got to talk for real. So Cynthia's now fiance, why were you upset that somebody recorded Cynthia for talking shit about Nene? You have a problem with somebody recording? That doesn't make sense. Like, why do you have a problem with her being recorded when she's the one talking about Nene? I don't understand that part. So he was talking about, I get mad about her. Woo, 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 woo. Woo, 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 woo. That's all you heard. Like, I don't understand that part. Like, you should be mad at your fiance that she's talking to all these people about Nene. That's the part you should be mad about. So I don't understand why you so mad about because somebody recorded her. I'm glad somebody recorded you, Cynthia Bailey, because finally people get to see what Nene's been saying all these seasons. There's a whole different side of Cynthia that the world doesn't see. I'm glad somebody finally recorded you. I'm glad all this stuff is finally been out. And I actually do like Cynthia, y'all. So I don't want y'all thinking that I'm trying to be shady towards Cynthia. I'm just calling it what it is. And what it is Cynthia, it's a side that a lot of people haven't seen of you. And now you've been called out. And you're not used to being called out because you want to be Yolanda Adams and Michelle Obama so bad. And you just want to be that person. But now they're going to really see who Cynthia Bailey is. So 52 cent or whatever cent you are now. I'm glad they recorded you. And it also shows that you do talk about Nene a lot for the simple fact you're trying to go around the land and trying to figure out who recorded you. You don't say now you think Marla's a suspect and then you also think Yvonne is a suspect. That means you're talking to multiple people about Nene. But you mad at her because she did an interview and she said something about you when you did like 8 and 10,000 interviews talking about Nene. I'm just saying, y'all. I'm not taking sides. I'm not doing that, but I'm just saying what it is. Cynthia, you are upset because finally somebody got some stuff on you because all this time you haven't been recorded. You haven't been caught on camera dogging Nene out besides in those interviews. And now somebody recorded you and they finally got some proof that you actually be going around Atlanta talking about Nene. So don't be getting mad at her because she's finally somebody don't caught your ass. Just let's be honest. Just take it up. Say, yeah, Nene, I said this about you and move forward from that. Period. Point blank. I'm going to move on from that. Portia and Dennis. My heart really goes out to Portia because we're really seeing a different side of Portia. So when she was introduced to us many seasons ago, she was all over her then husband at a particular time. And now for her to now be engaged to Dennis and has a baby with Dennis and finding out that Dennis cheated on her, that is a lot to deal with, especially the way he did it. Like you, Dennis, you cheated on Portia while she was pregnant. Like you was going through the entire pregnancy with her, and then you cheated on her, and then in the whole life session with Doctor, you over there talking about, well, it's hard to have sex with a pregnant person. It was just so much and all this stuff. So that gave you a reason to cheat. That's not a good reason, like Dennis. Either you're going to be in a relationship, committed, or don't be in a relationship. Now, if you didn't want that with Portia, why did you get her pregnant? Why engage to her? I'm just saying. Now, the streets of Atlanta said that you have been going around sleeping more than that one time, but that's neither allegedly. Dennis has went around and slept with some other people, but allegedly. This ain't come from me. This is what the streets are saying. So I'm just reporting what the streets are saying. Now, Dennis, I hope you come clean to Portia about every single thing that you did so y'all can move forward and just get better and all that stuff. And I'm really rooting for y'all because I do like Dennis and Portia together. But you can see Portia is really going through, she's trying to figure out, okay, what should she do? She don't want to be selfish. She want to really put baby PJ first and really think of her. And she really wants her daughter to experience the two-parent household. So we'll see how it goes. So shout out to Portia for standing there and really just taking every hit that you don't got from Dennis. You know, that takes a lot, especially when you got a newborn and you're trying to figure that out. So that's a lot. So Portia, shout out to you on that. Now, Kenya, so you see Kenya, she's meeting with, I'm assuming this is an attorney about the whole prenup situation, and seeing if she should get a prenup or something with her now husband, Mark. So you see they're going to the assets and things of that nature, and you can tell Kenya's really getting emotional about it. In my opinion, I think y'all should have handled this before y'all even went down that aisle or down the sand or whatever water you went across. I think y'all should have handled that before you did all that whole sandbox wedding that you did. I think you should have handled that beforehand, Kenya, so y'all wouldn't have to be going through that. But now you dealing with that after you don't had a baby and you don't married this man. Y'all should have handled the business part beforehand. Yes, he got all the business that he has, and you have your access and things of that nature. But if you was a little bit smarter, Kenya, I'm not calling you dumb, I'm just saying what I'm saying. You would have did all this stuff before y'all got married. Now you're trying to figure it out and you crying, which eyelashes falling out from trying to figure out what you're gonna do. I'm just saying. That's neither here and there, but I don't too much care. I want Kenya to be happy with the right person. Do I think her marriage right now is making her happy? Hell no. I don't think it's making her happy. Because if it was, you wouldn't be going through all this situation with him now. He lives all the way in New York and you live in Atlanta. Y'all doing a long distance marriage. I don't understand that part. Figure it out. Figure it out. And then really, it don't really seem like Mark really into you. Like, I don't know if y'all been paying attention to the preview of next week's episode, which is really good, y'all. I can't tell you too much about that, but I already watched it. But what I will say is, Mark, you really like coming in on Kenya. Like, this is the mother of your child, and I know you have other kids and all this stuff, but this is the mother of your child, and this is your wife. And you how the way you talking to her and how you treating her, I ain't with that. I ain't with that, Mark. You've been talking to her, you've been dogging her. You talking about if she take everything, I just build it right back up. Like, what are you looking at Kenya for? Like, and you talking about she's flashy and all that stuff, and her house is already paid for, and you mad that she got a Bentley and all this stuff. I don't want to give away too much of next week's episode, you guys, but make sure you tune in next week to the episode because a lot of stuff is going to be revealed, and y'all just gotta watch. Y'all gotta stay tuned because it's a lot. It's juicy. It's very, very juicy. The storyline between Kenya and her husband is really gonna start revealing itself. And I'm Team Kenya. I ain't taking Mark's side. I ain't really taking Kenya's side. But on this particular situation, Kenya, you in a tough situation. You and Portia. And I think that's the reason why Kenya and Portia has been able to really bond because they're new mothers. They both have new men. They're both going through situations with their significant others. So I think that's the way that Portia and Kenya has been able to really come together and bond because they're going through the same situations. Now I'm hoping this whole season is not, their storyline is not about their whole situations with their significant others, but I hope what my desire is that they go through this situation, they move forward, and then by the end of the season that they're able to come to a common ground. So I'm hoping for that. I'm rooting for Kenya and her husband. I'm also rooting for Portia and her soon-to-be fiancé. But all I can say is some of y'all evil. And this, y'all know, y'all be talking about I be reading Eva, but I'm just saying, I'm just being honest. Eva, you need to be worried about your low fade and that big belly that you got, and start worrying about Nene. Nene. That's all you hear. You could be talking about your husband and your baby, and you still trying to find a house behind a gated community instead of worrying about what Nene Leaks, Lanithia Leaks got going on, because you worried about her. Worry about that big belly that you got going on, your pregnancy, and that low bald fade that you got going on. You need to stop worrying about her, because you constantly worrying about her and talk about her all the time, Eva. And that's not your storyline. You need to be focused on a different storyline. Because right now it seems like Nene is the one that's providing clothes for you, and putting food on your table and clothes in your back and all that stuff. And if she wasn't on, then what you gonna do then? Because you won't be able to get enough money to get in the house. I'm just saying. But anyways, you guys, that is my time. Y'all know how I feel about that. But, I'm going ahead. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share this video with anyone, everyone that you may know. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, people. Push that button, because I'm going to be dropping stuff all day, every day for the rest of 2019 and going into 2020. But once again, you guys, I am TravisDWare, the correspondent with the Real Housewives of Atlanta. And this has been your recap special for season 12, episode 7. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and have a good night.